Russia has attacked and damaged Ukrainian energy facilities across multiple regions. The strikes are part of a renewed Russian focus on destroying energy supplies. But Ukraine is expecting a boost in the form of new weapons and support from the U.S. CBC's Dominic Velitis is in London and joins us now this morning. So, Dominic, what more can you tell us about these Russian attacks?
Well, Marianne, Ukraine's Air Force says Russia launched 34 cruise and ballistic missiles at power facilities in 3 separate regions overnight. So in Dnipropetrovsk, Ivano-Frankivsk and in Lviv. And although air defences took out the majority of them, 13 did get through and did reach their intended targets. We're told, Marianne, that 4 thermal power stations were hit in total and that an employee at one site was injured. Now, this, of course, is a bit of a recurring theme. Both sides in this conflict have been going after each other's energy facilities for some time now. Indeed, Ukrainian drones reportedly hit 2 Russian oil refineries today, causing fires at both facilities, forcing one of them to partially suspend operations. But certainly in recent weeks, Russian forces especially have ramped up their bombardments on the Ukrainian power sector, attacking thermal and hydro power stations on an almost daily basis. And as a result, Ukraine has, according to officials, lost about 80% of its thermal generation and about 35% of its hydropower capacity, and is now facing an electricity deficit, which in turn is forcing the government to introduce scheduled blackouts in parts of the country and increasingly turn to emergency imports of electricity. So no surprise this morning, Marianne, that President Zelensky has issued a new appeal for air defences from allies in light of these latest strikes, which are having a real impact on the country's energy infrastructure. Marianne.
Dominic, we also know that the U.S. announced the purchase of more weapons for Ukraine. So what's the latest on that commitment?
Yeah, that's right. And this is a $6 billion package of new weapons that the United States says it will buy and send to Ukraine. It's actually part of that overall $61 billion package for Ukraine, which President Joe Biden signed into law on Wednesday. So we now have a bit of a better idea of where some of that cash is going, what it's going to be spent on. The details were actually revealed yesterday by U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. Here's a little more of what he had to say about how the money will be used. Take a listen.
This is the largest security assistance package that we've committed to date. It will include critical interceptors for Ukraine's Patriot and NASAMS air defense systems, more counter-drone systems and support equipment, significant amounts of artillery ammunition and air-to-ground munitions, and maintenance and sustainment support.
And as you heard there, Marianne, the US will be sending Ukraine Patriot air defense interceptors, missiles, not complete Patriot systems, which is something President Zelensky is desperate to get more of, as Ukraine currently only has a handful of them. And although they are expensive at about $1 billion a go, they are arguably the most effective. But as I say, Kyiv will at least soon be getting more missiles for those Patriot systems it does own. And US officials are hoping that they, along with the other bits and pieces they'll soon be sending, will help Ukraine rebuild defences and refit its forces as it recovers from that lengthy delay in US assistance. Marianne.
Thanks, Dominic. That's the CBC's Dominic Velitis in London.